Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Friday night. President Biden is in Poland preparing for what's being billed as a major speech tomorrow on the state of the war in Ukraine and the humanitarian crisis. Today, the president met with his Polish counterpart and thanked the nation that has welcomed about 2/3 of the nearly 4 million Ukrainian refugees. President Biden spent time with members of the Army's 82nd Airborne Division stationed near the border with Ukraine as a show of force to Vladimir Putin. There's also some big news tonight about the effort to further isolate Russia. The U.S. and the European Union unveiled a deal to diminish Europe's reliance on Russian energy. And it comes as we're learning that Putin may be shifting strategy, focusing on control of eastern Ukraine and stopping the fight for the capital, Kyiv, for now. Also new tonight, the Russians are low on precision-guided missiles, and its military has lost half a dozen generals. So we've got a lot to cover tonight, starting with CBS's Nancy Cordes in Warsaw. Good evening, Nancy.
Good evening, Nora. The U.S. has now stationed more than 9,000 troops here in Poland, and President Biden came here to thank them and to steel them for what could be a prolonged mission here on NATO's eastern flank. President Biden came within 50 miles of the Ukrainian border today and said he wished he could get closer.
Thank you very, very much for all you do.
He stopped in Rzeszów, Poland, to share a slice with members of the 82nd Airborne, who are part of the massive aid effort in this town that has now become a processing point for tens of thousands of Ukrainian refugees.
We've sent the best available of America, and that's all of you.
3.7 million people have fled Ukraine in the past month. More than half of them have come here to Poland.
Channel 2 is English.
Today, the Polish president referred to them as guests. President Biden called Vladimir Putin a war criminal intent on causing civilian suffering.
It's not stopping. It's like something out of a science fiction movie. You turn on the television and see what these towns look like.
President Biden flew to Poland from Brussels, where earlier today he announced a plan to supply European countries with more liquefied natural gas to help reduce their reliance on Vladimir Putin's supply.
He's used the profits to drive his war machine.
The Defense Department said today it's seeing the first indications of Russian troops being moved to Ukraine from the former Soviet Republic of Georgia. What's the significance of those troops coming from Georgia? Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby is traveling with the Defense Secretary here in Poland.
The significance is that Mr. Putin is having the need now to reinforce the forces that he has put inside Ukraine. He arrayed more than 100 battalion tactical groups, more than 150,000 troops since last fall to conduct this unprovoked war. The fact that he is now considering his resupply options from outside of Ukraine tells us that he knows that it's not going so well for him and that he needs to bolster his efforts.
Tomorrow, President Biden will meet with refugees here in Poland, and he'll deliver a speech here in Warsaw that his aides say is designed to reassure the Polish people that the U.S. is committed to helping with the huge humanitarian challenge the country is suddenly facing. Nora?
Nancy Cordes, thank you.